Okay, so what kind of situation do we have at the moment on AUD USD? Now, from a daily perspective, what we can clearly see, we have previous resistance here, now turned support, and basically the market has respected it quite nicely. However, there is also another thing that basically didn't give us the possibility to be looking at possible longing opportunities from here, which is the fact that from a weekly perspective, we have a completely different basically scenario. What we have is a market that is at a clear level of resistance. We had previous support here, now turned resistance, and from here we would like to see the market make a move to the downside. Now, what happens very often in these cases is that the market will go to get some liquidity in the middle of the zone before actually making its move to the downside. But in general, we can't predict the market. We can react to what the market is showing us and position ourselves with the best risk to reward and probabilities as possible. Now, we know that from the weekly, as we have seen, we have resistance, but from a daily perspective, we have support. When will the daily align with what we have from a weekly perspective? If basically we will see the daily time frame break below this area. Because at that point, what we will have previous support, now to resistance at this area. Now, if we go into what is the situation from a COT perspective, so what hedge funds are doing at the moment on AUD USD. Now, if we go and check the COT data for AUD, what we actually have is AUD USD. Why? Because all currencies on the spot are traded against the USD. Now, what we can see with the last report is that actually hedge funds have opened more long positions and closed shorts. So basically, the probability that the market will actually manage to break below the daily support that we have just identified are obviously lower. However, it doesn't mean that basically this will not happen. There is definitely the possibility that it will anyway happen. So how we will be approaching this with students? Now, until the daily and weekly are showing two completely different scenarios, we're not interested in any opportunities. So how we will be approaching this? If the market will manage to make this move to the downside and break below this structure, then we will have previous support to resistance at this area. And when the market will go for a retest of it, because definitely we expect the market to go for a retest of it, if the market will make this move to the downside. Why? Because the market will have created this information, and after an information, you expect the market to go for a retest of the neckline. And we will also have confluence with the Fibonacci levels taken from the high to the low of this impulse that the market probably will create. And at that point, we have a very nice area to be following with students for a potential shorting opportunity. However, up to now, there is absolutely zero confirmation that the market will actually make this move. But if the market will actually manage to make this move and it will go for a retracement, then with students, we will add this pair to our watch list and we will closely be monitoring price action from a 4-hour perspective inside of this area, waiting for the market to provide to us one of our valid entries. And if the market will provide to us one of our valid entries, we will be taking a nice short with a very good risk to reward and very good probabilities because the weekly and daily time frame will have aligned. Now, if you enjoyed this free analysis and education, make sure to drop a like and a comment. It really does support the creation of more free education and analysis for all of you, and I will see you in the next video.